All right, you should see the agenda.
We do.
Great. And Steve is not going to be with us today. I think he's in the mountains with his family. And Kathy just texted me and said that she was on a meeting that might go until past 10. So you might be stuck with me leading the meeting for a while. But hopefully you'll survive.
My granddaughter took off for Moab this morning to escape the city.
Oh. Should be driving through here then.
Yeah, she ended her gig at Winter Park for the season a week or so ago, and she's trying to cope with living in town for a while.
Yeah. Well, Moab ought to be really nice this time of year. Everybody who went to conference last week, how was it for you? Nobody wants to say. That doesn't bode well.
I couldn't make it this year.
Sorry to hear that.
I can't figure out how to give a thumbs up.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I don't. Some Zoom meetings have those reactions enabled and some don't. So I think it must be in the settings for these Zoom meetings that they don't have the reactions set up.
You gotta have it on full screen or something.
Well, maybe.
They're rather limited in the choices anyway.
Oh yeah, you do have to put it on full screen. Then the reactions are there. Oh yeah, they are really limited.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can put a coffee cup for I'm away.
Right.
Suppose that's better than a toilet. Well, we'll give it a minute. I'm hoping Sage can start or when she posts the meeting on YouTube, she can edit out this 5-minute section that we just had so the whole world doesn't hear my toilet comment. Haha.
I'm wondering if we could hack it so it does show that instead.
I mean, there's no monetary reason why that couldn't happen. Just kidding. It'll probably make it there, but I don't think it's a secret that I'm goofy and you all know it, so I'm comfortable with that.
Don't get me started on the toilet jokes.
Well, you could join me and then it wouldn't be awkward. Okay, well, I put the link for sign up in the chat, so please go ahead and sign in. And I said before, but I will say again, Steve is on vacation and Kathy is in a meeting that seems to be running over. So she asked me to run the meeting until she could get here. So y'all are stuck with me until Kathy gets here. But go ahead and please sign in online if you are here. And we will dive right into system performance reports. Is Tracy on?
I'm here.
Hi, Tracy.
Good morning.
Let me go ahead and pull up the reports document here.
Let me hope if I look at the right one too. All right, guys, here we go. So this first one here we know is network performance. So this is just constantly pinging the server to make sure that the network is working properly. And I have no issues on that one. As long as we can reach the server, there's not really a right or wrong number there. So we're good for being able to complete to the nodes. When we look at ESAT, First one was network. This one is voice quality. Want to see?
Hold on
any-
just 1 second. Kim, can you mute? I think we're getting feedback between you and Tracy. Tracy, do you want to try it again?
Better? Hello.
That's better. Thanks.
So this one, rather than being a network performance, this is measuring our voice quality. So again, we don't want anything to be a 1 or 2, and we are above 4 on all locations. So we're happy to see that one. The same deal here when we're looking at the MOS. This is by the ECMC route versus by PSAP. Again, we're looking to see numbers above 4. So these are all falling into range required by the tariff. Last one here. So admittedly, this one looks a little wonky compared to the ones in the past. So I had to rely a little bit on Google Maps just to make sure we were within the range. Because we had a couple spikes that kind of skewed our legend there on the left, but these still do fall into less than or equal to the 0.5%. So we're doing okay on this one as well. And then our final graph, we're looking at jitter. So this again, as you all know by now, less than or equal to the 20 milliseconds. However, this graph is measuring in microseconds, just so that some of us with the older eyes can still see it. So we really didn't have any concerns on our Splunk data pool as far as network and voice performance goes for the month of April.
Great. Thank you, Tracy. Any questions for Tracy on those reports? All right. And I think Kathy has joined us. Kathy, are you here and would you like to take over?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Sorry I was late. Had another meeting that ran over by about a minute. Okay, so next is the tracker.
All right. So for the first one there, this would be the second circuit going in up in Larimer County. I did confirm this week that Comcast is still striving towards that July date for their circuit. And I can't really see who's on the call, but I believe Jeff Winkleman was going to reach out to Kevin, who's our solutions engineer, to get an update on the second lumen circuits. And again, I'm not sure if Jeff is on, but that's
I
the
am.
last.
I am on.
Okay. Thanks, Jeff.
And unfortunately, I have not been able to get in contact with Kevin yet this morning. I do have a message into him. It's internal documentation that unfortunately is holding this up. And if we can get this resolved today, we should be able to get order numbers either today or tomorrow to be able to put this to bed.
Thanks, Jeff.
This is Tracy Oldemeyer. When would that be installed then?
Typically, from what I understand for the intervals for the installation itself, it's 30 to 45 days, but given light of what we're dealing with on this, we'll see if we can push that forward. I believe we already have an expedite approval on this. So as soon as I get information on that, as far as order numbers and as well as potential dates, I will send it over.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. So 911 state line transfers. I know we've been talking about this for a long time. For those of you that don't know, we've actually had an internal task force at Lumen because we're not looking at doing this just for the state of Colorado. As you can imagine with 911, everybody wants the ability to do state line transfers. So it was launched more as a nationwide project rather than Tracy work with Colorado and the assigned states. So we are looking to roll something out this summer. I will share with you, I have a meeting tomorrow. Let me look. Yes, the 15th. Just internally, I want to talk to that team and see kind of what they've been doing, what some requirements might be. One of the lead conversations is going to be between Colorado and Nebraska. That might very well be the first one. And it's because it's pretty easy. It's ESINet to ESINet. It's Entrado to Entrado. That's kind of the conversation I'm going to have tomorrow. So I'm hoping in our next meeting, I can have an update for you guys, at least kind of where we are nationwide on the project and maybe some more details around transfers between Colorado and Nebraska. statewide ECAPs. So this is one, as you well know, we have a dozen or so PSAPs left that for one reason or another, they are not on ECAPs. I worked with Entrado. We did send out an email to all of those folks the last couple of days of April. We have had a couple call back in and just, apologize. We're ready to roll. What do you need? So we're moving forward on that as we can. Some of them, as you know, are waiting for a new CPE. So that could be end of this year and into 2026. But we did get some positive feedback when we sent out our update. So I'll continue to do that monthly. I'll plan on sending another reminder out at the end of May as well. The other one, I haven't heard anything back. This is kind of, we were talking about working with Entrado. I think Jeremy was on the phone. This was something at the B node and they weren't seeing this bill. Like I said, I don't know if Entrado has an update on that or if Pitkin or Vale has one, but I have not heard anything. I can certainly follow back up with Entrado and Jeremy again.
Hey, this is Jeremy with Pitkin. What we confirmed was the Pitkin County Side B ECAT server is not configured. So we're waiting on a remote session or something to configure the ECAT server appliance on our side.
Okay. Thank you. I'll add that to this. And then good old Wesco. I know Andrew just joined. He has been having weekly meetings with the PSAP. And last I heard, we were waiting to hear back from level 3. Andrew or Wesco representative, do you guys have anything different?
No, we're expecting an update from David at the PSS knock today. So I'm trying to get that from him. And that's where we're at. It's just, been ongoing one step at a time. But it's still going.
Perfect, thank you.
Tracy, this is Matt.
Yeah.
Did you see my email of last week asking for the information in this record to be updated? To make more clear for everyone else that these are not cases of folks necessarily dialing the trunk numbers like the code seems to indicate. That these are actual 911 calls resulting in this code.
I did, and it looks like for some reason, not all of the note section for the Wesco line item appeared. Because I did copy everything that you sent me into this.
Sure, and feel free to paraphrase.
Yeah, let me get that added back then.
I think that
really in the latest update, not the last
sure.
months.
I think it'd be helpful for other readers to understand that this code, which generally indicates people have dialed the trunk DN, it is incorrectly indicating what happened, right? These are real 911 calls.
Yes. And I'll find out why the full section didn't copy and paste over here, because I know I did copy that and it should be, there should be much more than the 514 update on here.
Sure thing. Thanks.
Of course. Network performance project. I know we have Sharon heads down entering all of the orders in for, this would be the ESINet portion, the IPVPN. She assured us yesterday that these were going to be entered by the end of May. I had a chat with her this morning and things are starting to flow. So we expect to see those entered. And then internally, we're working on that middle mile piece as well, getting everything in place for that. I don't know that I have anything additional to add unless Jeff might have something.
I do actually. Thank you, Tracy. I'd sent out an email at the end of last month in regards to secondary contact information, and we got a good number of them back, but I'm going to send out a follow-up for the ones that have not sent anything back as far as the secondary contact is concerned. The system is, it's one of the system requirements that we actually get those put in. So for the ones that we don't have, we're not going to be able to get order numbers put in. So I will send that email out today. And if you could respond as soon as possible, it'd be appreciated.
Okay, and I can add that to the tracker too, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank
Line 8, we're looking at the OSP call delivery. There was a meeting request put out there, and that is currently scheduled for May 21st. So we will have that meeting a week from today. And then the last one down here, I'm going to throw back over to Andrew because this is some of those dialable numbers at Wesco, and I know he was working through making sure we had an accurate list that included everything. I'm not sure if that had been completed.
I'm still kind of shoring up the information between Intrado and Lumen, but part of what we've have on our agenda for weekly meetings with Wesco too. There's just some, you know, some weird differences, so we want to make sure that we are, you know, good and across, you know, both providers with the same information. So we're working towards that too.
Okay, so it's just an action item on your existing meeting.
Yes.
Yeah, we want this squared away and cleared up before we submit anything to be made non-dialable, so that we don't create a new problem in doing so.
Perfect. So that is everything that we've been tracking since our last meeting. Do you guys have anything that has come up or that you need me to add to this list or make folks aware of?
Tracy, this is Alex with Wesco. I didn't see on there the no record found issue, but I do want to say we appreciate Andrew's initiative to reach out and start some weekly meetings with us. That was another issue that we talked about on Monday that we believe is or was affecting multiple PSAPs beside just us. So that was the only other big item that we had talked about on Monday.
Yeah, and just as an overview, the when Verizon changed their traffic from SS7 to SIP, some PSAPs noticed that the alley information was coming over incomplete or, you know, not at all. And there was some weird symptoms that went along with that. And the ones that I know of, because I think when Verizon did the testing, they just made sure that the calls went through, and you know, on the back end, it seemed like some of the alley information wasn't coming through. So there is, you know, I have information on the normal cause of that and how to correct it, which is, you know, been done by Lumen as the CPE provider. We're hoping to finish up a couple more that we have, hopefully today. I gotta reach back out to the technician, but some other vendors and their own vendors have implemented changes that got all the information to come through also. So if there is an issue, please reach out to me. It's been Verizon specific since that change happened last month. And I'm, you know, happy to share, you know, what I got. The big picture is that the Verizon change to SIP, the P-ANI in the from and is in the from and PAI headers. When they switch to SIP, Verizon is sending the cellular callback number in the PAI, but still sending the P-ANI in the from field. So I have it, you know, written down, which sounds a little bit better if you read it rather than me reading it. But it makes a little bit of sense when you see it. So please reach out to me if anybody, you know, has an issue with that information coming through on their Verizon wireless calls.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Alex.
This really should be added to the sheet so that all PSAPs can review the basics to see if it's affecting them.
Yep, I agree. I will do that right after this call.
Thanks.
I think it was on here, so I'm just going to actually circle back and see if I inadvertently moved it to the closed.
And Alex did say in the chat that Delta and Gunnison were affected. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I will add that today. Any
Okay.
else?
Doesn't sound like it, Tracy.
Okay, thank you guys.
Yep. Okay, so we went through the issues tracker. Jennifer, I didn't receive anything from Steve on this. So the strategic plan, I think he gave an update last Thursday at the task force that, have we finished the voting on that, Jennifer?
So I'm gonna show the voting results. We've had 23 responses, but we need 28 to have a majority. And I did pull up the ESINet users group charter to talk about, just to see where we were at with voting. And it does say that votes will pass by a majority of the 911 governing bodies present or voting by proxy. Since we sent that out to the entire ESINet users group, I don't know if you want to interpret that as we need 28 to vote yes, or if you as chair or vice chair wanted to say the majority of those present here on this meeting. I think that's open for interpretation, but we had 23 people or 23 governing bodies vote and they all voted yes.
Okay. Well, as the vice chair, I am going to leave that up to Steve. I can have a conversation with him about that. I don't know what his thoughts were on that or what he wanted to do. And I don't want to take that away from him or what his plans may be. So when he gets back, I'll email him and we'll figure out how to move forward with that. When did we, Jennifer, when did we originally send it out? It's been a while. It was February?
We originally sent it out in, I believe it was either February or March, because the original request was to vote by March
Okay.
31st.
Okay. So March, April, May. Okay, yeah. Patty said Bretza votes yes. She thought Steve was going to vote. So there's another yes if that's not on there. But still, I'm going to wait and I can, email or have a conversation with Steve when he gets back. I think he's just gone this week.
Yep.
And then he can move forward as he sees fit as the chair.
Sounds great.
All right. Is Kimberly on? I don't think she's on. Is Tracy still on?
Sorry, yes, I
Tracy.
am. I just can't find mute this morning.
Sorry, Tracy Oldemeyer.
Oh,
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, Kimberly had something here about, and I don't know if she passed that on to you or not, about unable to reach 911 network with Wi-Fi calling.
No, I unfortunately can't speak to that topic.
Okay.
So if we could
Okay.
pass it to the next meeting.
Yeah, that's fine. I know she was unexpectedly out of the office this week. Okay, Jennifer, looks like you're up.
Okay, well, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna put the voting link in here since we've got some people saying, that they want to vote.
Okay.
So there's the voting link in the chat, and if you sent a message in chat or elsewhere to say that you had a vote, go ahead and use that link to vote, and maybe we'll get there.
Yep.
Great. Okay. I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware that the notice of proposed rulemaking is open. That's not the site that I wanted to pull up. The notice of proposed rulemaking is open for the rule changes for the optional and mandatory tariffed items. So I'm just pulling this up so that you can see the proceeding number, which is 25R-047 or 0174T. And comments are due on May 20th. So I know this was a really collaborative process and that a lot of you already participated in drafting that consensus language. But if anybody wants to file comments, they're due on May 20th. Responsive comments are due May 30th, and a hearing is set for June 9th at 11:30, where you can also provide comments. So does anybody have any questions or concerns?
I'm
All right,
giving it a
that's all I
minute.
have.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna give it a second in case people didn't realize they were still on mute. Happens.
No problem.
It happens.
It does.
Doesn't sound like it. So, okay. Next thing is public comment. Non-voting members are welcome to provide comments during this portion of the meeting. Do we have anybody who has any comments? Doesn't look like it. Wow, this is quick. I'm gonna adjourn real quick before somebody says something. I'm kidding. But anyway, looks like we're at adjournment. It is 10:23 and I give you guys over a half hour back to your day. Thanks, everybody.
Take care.
Thanks, everybody. GIS
you.
session starts tomorrow.
Awesome.
There you
Yep.
go.